Welcome back to the Shuffle Squad. Zach Lesage here, and I'm going to bring you all the information on the updated version of Charizard EX from Prismatic Evolutions. With Budew rocking this format, and a lot of people like just calling out for it to get banned, Budew that is, we have to find an answer to not being able to play Rare Candy whenever we want. Sure, not every deck's going to be played Budew, and I think it's something that as the metagame evolves, you either have to go with a list like this, or we're going to be playing a traditional list and maybe folding to a Budew. Regardless of that, we are using Grand Tree in this list to be able to evolve from Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Again, we can't use Infernal Rain like that, or maybe even going Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. Lots of really cool plays, so we will be covering over gameplay now that Prismatic Evolutions is available on PTCG Live. And to cover even more great stuff, the list is going to be available in the description, so you can copy and paste that right on PTCG Live. If you need any of the cards for this deck, check out our sponsors at Kayfabe Cards, or if you need the code cards online to build this online, check out our sponsor at ptcgostore.com. Charizard EX is still going to be all about using Infernal Rain, accelerating energies, burning darkness, scaling as game progresses, Pidgeot EX to search out whatever you want, and Dusknoir to control the amount of damage that you do with burning darkness, and maybe give you the opportunity to draw some extra prize cards. With the addition of Briar as well, we have more ways to control the prize cards that we're drawing this game. And Grand Tree is going to be our ace spec again as a Budew counter. Do you think this is the best way to play Charizard? Let me know in the comments below. Totally love to hear some of your feedback, or just say anything in the comments below, because it does help boost the YouTube algorithm to push more viewers towards this video. We've already covered over the deck list. I've covered Charizard extensively, and we did an ultimate guide for Charizard. You can totally check that out on our channel. We're going to jump into the gameplay, maybe play 1 or 2 games and see exactly what this deck can do. Don't forget to give this video a like, share, and subscribe. Let's jump into it. So we're going to flip that coin flip, and still deciding if it makes sense to go first or second. Now, I think that there's a large argument to do either. In current format, I think we want to go first to have the Grand Tree possibility, just so our Pokemon are out a turn earlier. But going second, you do have the benefit of playing Arven and just getting set up. So there's 2 sides to every single coin, right? Like, and some matchups might be a little bit easier, some might be a little bit more difficult. We'll see exactly what this is. I mean, this is a good start. We have access to like Charmander. I actually really like this start when it comes down to it. Lost Zone box, got it. Happy to go first here. Let's go Buddy Poffin. Let's see what we have going on here. I want another Charmander for sure. I think Pidgey is just going to be default. The second one, I blinged out some of the higher end versions of my cards just so it's easier to peek through when I'm going through the deck. We did prize a Fire Energy. We do have the Grand Tree, and we just want to double check our evolution line. So we got the Pidgeots, we got Charmeleon, we do have Dusclops as well. So do we have Rotom? I think we prize Rotom here. So in all cases, I think what we're going to do is just going to leave our hand as such, Charmander, Pidgey, and we're going to pass here because I think we can get set up and attack next turn. I'm not sure why our opponent put down Iron Hands, but we'll deal with that and whenever we get a chance. I think next turn we can go Ultra Ball into Pidgeot, Arven, Rare Candy, Pidgeot, Rare Candy, Charizard. As long as our opponent doesn't play an Iono, and I don't think they will. Made some fresh chocolate chip cookies, y'all. So I'm just vibing out. It's just felt like bacon the other day, so keeping it real. I don't think there's gonna be a way for them to go turn 1 Radzard. Seems really hard, or turn 1 Rad Greninja seems really hard. I also don't think they're playing Budew, so we should be able to use our rare candies. So our build of this deck is probably it's going to be a little bit slower against any of these other decks, but you can see that our deck still sets up normally fine, perfectly consistent. Okay. It's 4 in their Lost Zone, so they activated Cramorant. I mean, they could go switch card into Comfey. lost vacuum away a stadium, but they did put 2 stadiums away, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. So that's 5. Attach, pass. Cool. So we're just gonna double check. Like, I don't see a world where we're not playing Rare Candy. I just wanted to make sure that we have it. Probably just gonna grab Defiance. I don't think we need Defiance here. If our opponent just takes a single prize card, then I'll get it another way. So let's go Ultra Ball away, Defiance, and Charmander. Everything else is pretty good in our hands. We're gonna grab the Pidgeot. Rare Candy, Pidgeot. And then this is going to search out our other Rare Candy. So I like to start off with getting set up with Pidgeot if possible. If we didn't have the Charizard, then I might have... if we didn't have the Charizard in our hand and we couldn't have got both, I'd probably go with Charizard. But it depends on the matchup. We're going to grab rid of the deck. I'm still going to keep this Fire Energy in my hand just so we have options to discard it later if we get another Ultra Ball. Do I feel okay with grabbing a 3rd Fire? I don't think we need it. I don't think we gain much of an advantage by playing it down. So let's go ahead. We're going to hit 180, easily knocking out the Comfey. I don't think our opponent has a response of a knockout into our Charizard. And while Counter Catcher might be a dead card, reasonably, if our opponent decides to go Ampy very much, knock out Charmander, or decides to go for Arm Press, knock out Pidgeots, then we just get the response knockout into Iron Hands, and we're staying steady with our 330 HP Charizard EX, which is cool. I mean, right now, we don't need to worry about too much at all. I think we're just big chillin' right now in the formats. Oh, they got Gigas in their deck. Interesting. I wasn't thinking about Lost Zone box with Gigas. That's actually so cool. Like, and it's not good for us at all. So where I was thinking, like, they can't get a knockout on Charizard, they can get a knockout with Jewel Breaker because we are a Terra Pokemon. So knowing a little bit more about the metagame, they still need to get, they've attached for their turn, I think. I'm just double checking through. They attached a basic energy from their hand. So they need to get another card in their Lost Zone, get a double Mirage Gate, and yeah, we'll see. They might just bring up the Charmander in our active spot to just kind of stall it for a turn. When in doubt, we're knocking out this Gigas all day, every day. We can't deal with this. We also need to get set up with other cards because things could happen. Yeah, our opponent's a little bit of a slower start there. The boss almost feels like bait, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, do I really need to go boss, or should I just like retreat, get set up with something else? We could always go Grand Tree if necessary. Let's go boss onto this retreat. I'd like to get some Duskulls down if that's ever a possibility, but we'll see. So we took out the Gigas. Our opponent's going to have to find a way to get that back. So when in doubt, deal with the threats accordingly. Like, that was something that I could have brought up the Iron Hands. I don't think Iron Hands is going to help us too much. The thing that sucks is our hand is not great. And I guess our opponent's hand is a little bit worse. Considering this game was so short, I'm going to jump into another one. But right now, like, yeah, this Jewel Breaker is definitely going to be something that's hard to deal with when it comes to Charizard EX. Let's see what this next game brings us. So we won the coin flip here, and we don't have any basic Pokemon, so we gotta wait to see if we get anything here. Our opponent going with the double bench, not entirely sure what they're playing. But you wanna, this is a good hand to show kind of what Grand Tree might be able to do. That's kind of cool. We'll see exactly what our opponent's doing here. And whether we're going first here. Okay, so we're playing against another Charizard deck. Sick. Okay, Buddy Poffin, certainly giving us some opportunities here. So we already have a Charmander. We want to get a Pidgey. We want to get a Duskull. Should have double checked through our deck to see if there's anything else there. I think I just want to go Nest Ball for Rotom. Gonna bench our other Charmander. And I think we're pretty set here for next turn to use Grand Tree. I'm hoping that we have all the right pieces to search through. I might just play the Buddy Poffin just to double check. When you are playing a deck like this, you got to see once during each player's turn, that player may search for a stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from their basic Pokemon and put it onto that thing. So you have to choose a Pokemon, and then you have to evolve. So it can lead to some interesting situations here. There's a Rotom on our opponent's side. Part of me just wants to knock out like their Charmander in the active because it should be pretty good. Like I think we have all the right pieces to do so as long as we don't top deck anything crazy here. Having the other Charizard not really going to hurt. So let's just double check to see what we have here. We have Charmeleon. So we can't evolve into Charmeleon. We can't go Pidgeotto, Pidgeot. So we have all the right cards to kind of pick up those pieces. Do I want to go another Charmander down and play? I honestly don't think that's terrible. I think we want to like kind of build up these Pokemon as we progress. Let's go ahead and go Grand Tree. Now if we go Grand Tree, we can Grand Tree and choose our Pidgeotto. We have the Pidgeots already in our deck, so we know what we have. So we do get to search for both of them. Now our opponent's going to have to deal with the Grand Tree afterwards. Maybe it's like another inclusion that would be cool would be like Vacuum or something of the sorts, but I'm just going to search for a rare candy. So again, not every single deck's going to be playing Budew, but so far so good. I think we're just chilling here. And I just want the 2 energies so we have more energies for our other Pokemon. Now, when it comes to other things going on in this game, I think I just want to go ahead and play Iono to put those cards at the bottom. And our opponent might be able to get some use out of this, like, we'll see. I don't care about Thorton too much this game. I don't think that matters. I think I just want to go ahead and grab a Dusclops if we have one. Oh no, we don't have Dusclops. Okay, let's just grab the Charizard in our hands. So we're ready for next turn. So let's go ahead, evolve this. We can go Rare Candy Dusknoir, get a knockout on our opponent's Pokemon. And let's hit for 180. This does open an interesting world where our opponent can potentially get a knockout on us with a Rare Candy Charizard, Rare Candy Dusknoir. But we'll have to see how that goes. Just gonna close my door to my office. So you can see our opponent's going right off that Grand Tree. See exactly what we got going on with that. So they're gonna go Charmeleon. If they evolve Charizard to the active, they can't evolve into the Charizard and search for those energies. So our opponent just totally misplayed here. They're probably not understanding why they can't use those energies. So I wouldn't be surprised if we, unless they have another Rare Candy Charizard and they want to load up 3 energies or something, definitely seems like a bit of a misplay here from what our opponent's been doing. And it happens. Grand Tree is a really confusing card because even if you evolve Grand Tree from Charmander into Charmeleon, that counts as your evolution. You have to wait another turn before you could evolve from a Charizard from your hand. So if our opponent doesn't go a Rare Candy Charizard here to another Charizard, that is, I don't think they're attacking this turn. And if they're forced to use the Rare Candy on somewhere else, they might be forced to not get a Dusknoir, not get a Pidgeot, anything else like that. And if they don't take care of our Grand Tree, then we get another turn with Grand Tree. Not that I think it's like the greatest use of the card or anything else like that, but it's working. We're set up. I'd rather have Pidgeot Charizard. So let's see exactly how our opponent deals with this. They've already got their V-Star off. We could go Rare Candy, Dusknoir, knock out our opponent's active Charizard, putting us down to 3 prize cards. Yeah, I think they just didn't realize that they don't have the energies on the Charizard. And I think next turn, like, just to kind of walk through that game a little bit longer, I would have gone Rare Candy, Dusknoir, popped their active, putting them at 5 prize cards. We would have had, let's say, even if they attacked us, whatever, it doesn't matter, not enough to get the knockouts. We go knockout on our opponent's Charizard. We're down to 3 prize cards. If our opponent ever used Dusknoir, then I just go bring up either their Pidgeots, their Fezandipiti, or their Rotom. So I don't think they would have had any chance that game. So Grand Tree working out pretty well for us overall. Again, more of a Budew counter, and we might see how the metagame shifts. But it worked out really nice this game. That's what we have going on with Zard today. I actually think that after playing this a little bit more, we need to see exactly if Budew is worthwhile of changing the genetic structure of our deck. Maybe Grand Tree is a little bit more of a call for help than necessarily it's a band-aid solution overall. Like, it's not necessarily helping us against the entire meta, really just against a handful of decks that are just playing Budew to counter the metagame. I think that the list worked great, however, and we were able to win those games pretty easily. So definitely give this list a try. I think it's a cool way to play, and especially if Budew is played as much as it's hyped, 1000% this is worthwhile. Watch out for those rogue Regigigases in any deck that could power them up, because certainly it could be quite an easy way to tank down a Charizard EX. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Check out my coaching at medify.gg/adzaclassage and try to improve your gameplay in 2025. Got a lot of great content going on this week, so stay tuned for more great stuff from the Shuffle Squad and myself. Peace out and have a great one. Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.